Alright YouTube, thank you for watching. Remember, like and subscribe. We're gonna do today a fuel pump motor. I know I'm a little ahead of that, so basically we just gotta remove the bottom seat. Bottom seat has like a little 10mm bolt back here. That's it, 10mm bolt, and then you just pull this tab up, and when you pull the tab, the seat just come up. When you got this, when you take the seat out, this will hold the fuel pump. So you need this tool. You're gonna give you the for the TLX. This is the part number for TLX. This is the part number for TLX. You use that tool to remove that big nut. After you remove this out of here, so you know it's easy. Just remove this. When you remove this, connected to the fuel pump, you're gonna see it, and then you remove the fuel pump. All right. So when we get the fuel pump out, I'm gonna show you everything that comes in the kit. This is the new kit that comes in the whole bag, right? So we have this, and I'm gonna show you. And this is the actual pump. How replace everything. This is the kit. Let me get the pump in here and we'll start it. All right, this is the pump. This is how it's gonna look when you take it out. So we're gonna remove the float first. This little tab. We're gonna push the little tab and push it up. Tap and then push that up, and then it's gonna come up. I'm gonna push the tap this way. You see that tap? Push it this way and bring it up. Let the float loose, as you can see. That just go in there, and then we're just gonna take the harness from the float. We're gonna disconnect both of them. So push the tap in here and pull down on the float harness. This comes up, and this right here. So once we get the flow off, I'm gonna put the flow away. Very important, don't damage this piece. This piece is very important. Then we're gonna just disconnect it here. Take this little locking mechanism here on both sides, and this gonna come up. I take both mechanism locking with a little pick. As you can see, I disconnect that connector, and this gonna just come up to separate the pump. See that? And that is gonna separate the pump. We're gonna take the pump out of the base now. How we're gonna do it? We're gonna take this tap up and this tap. Both tabs gotta come off, and then this pump come up. Actually, it's 3 taps. It's this one, and one more in here. So those 3 taps separate it, and this whole pump come up. We separate all 3 taps now. We're just gonna pull the pump up, and we're gonna take this little connector up. We're gonna take it off, and remember, it's going this way. This came off, but it's alright. You can put it back on when you're done with it. So that's it. These just come up now. Oh, you gotta take this one out too. It's another locking mechanism here. You have to kind of like do it like that. With a pick, you gotta pick that up, and see, you pick that up with the pick, the lock. You pick that up here, and it just come up, right? So now everything come up. You can see the whole base separate, and the pump is here. And we're gonna take the pump from the bottom. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3 right here. 1, 2, 3 lock taps. We're gonna open the taps. If this tap breaks, it's all right. The taps can break. We're gonna separate it. Now all these little parts, they came off when we take the taps, take the 3 taps off and separate the pump. This little spacer goes here, and you have another gasket down there, a black gasket. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm gonna pull it out. It's on that hole over there. I'm gonna pull that gasket out so you can see it. All right, so that was the gasket. So the gasket goes, you know, you got a spacer. You got a spacer, and you have the gasket here. And then that's how it goes back in, the new one, okay? So we're gonna get a new one now, and we're gonna install it. I have my seal and my little spacer. I just got a little bit of grease, just to put a little bit of grease on that little rubber piece, so it can go right in that hole, and then it's gonna lock in place. You can have the little wire, the new wire, routing through the pump. So basically, I'm gonna install the wire here and route the new wire through here, so it can come up this way. All right, so I was gonna put the wire now and route it. I always like to install the wire outside, just because I want to make sure it's clicked and it's installed correctly. I'm just gonna guide it through the whole shaft now. We got our wire guided through, and we have the whole pump ready to snap on. Just snag it on, and you gotta use a little bit of force here, okay? So use a lot of force just to get it go to the clips. Right, I have to use my both hands for this, just to make it, you know, secure, and the new pump is in there already. Okay, very important, we have a little seal here, and we got a new seal with the kit. We're gonna take that seal and replace it with a new one. All right. Right, we got our new seal. It's right in place, and we're just gonna put it back, and route the whole harness and install the new float. So basically, it's the same thing backwards now. Question is how I know what orientation my pump goes. If you look in here where the flow goes on this side, and you have this little hose that connects down here. So it's the way the pump clip on here, here, and here. Just make sure it's straight. Clip it on. It should be nice and easy to get this pump in there. All right. Let's see if I can do it with one hand. Make sure all these tabs are in position. I got my tab here, and tab here. Just gonna push it down and clip on. Okay, just make sure you connect everything, like this particular hose here, and the hose right here, and the hose in the bottom. You clicked here all the way and put this in the right position. What is important is where this spring goes is you can tell by this little opening here. If you notice, this side don't have an opening, but this side does have an opening, so the spring goes on this shaft right here. The best way to install these little tabs in here is that you put your spring on, and then you apply pressure, and then just install the clips in this little part of the shaft here. This clip, so you can hold one clip here and another clip here. With a pump like this, you hold it close, and then you push down on this clip right here with both hands. Make sure it's snapped and it's in correctly, and then you can do the other side as well. This side right here. One important thing, the mistake I just made, it's good that I do in the video so I can show you. So this hose goes underneath here. All right, so I won't have to take the whole thing off. I just got to separate the pump a little bit and make the hose go under here. All right, so I'm gonna take this clip and the other two clips off and see the pump coming up, and then just put the hose underneath. Make sure it's routed underneath. I'm gonna show you when it's done. As you can see, I was able to separate it and put it underneath. All right, so make sure you don't do that mistake I just made. I think I will capture the mistake and then put it back. Just put it back into the actual clips, and you'll be ready to go. One more check. As you can see, now it's cleaned. My clip is good. My clip is here is good, and my clip here is good. So I'm just gonna install my float on this side. Installing my float, you can see this is a very delicate part. It's gonna put it. You gotta put these little tabs in here and push it down. So basically, I'm gonna try to do it with one hand. Well, you guys, let me see if I can record and do it at the same time. You see, I position this like that, and, you know, flat, and then when it goes down, it's just gonna click on. Watch, like that. See that little lock over here? That's it. That little thing locks it, and it's in position. It's not loose, it's not coming off. So make sure you don't damage this. This is gonna get damaged really easy. All right, let's route our harnesses. All right, as you can see, the little harness go first, then the thick one goes after. The same thing for the top here. It's just to be holding in position, and that's it. We are ready to go back in now with the new fuel pump in there, ready to go. One more thing, do not forget to replace this little lock tab, locker. They give you a new one on the kit, so why not just put a new one on? That's just come off, and you just install a new one in. And don't forget the locker from the bottom. Got my new gasket, I got my new nut, and we go back into the car right now. All right, this is my old locking nuts. I'm gonna throw it out. All right, we don't need it. We don't need it. So this is the secondary fuel tank unit. Is connecting down here. We're gonna connect this, and we're gonna install it with the flow go first. Find the position and go down. Okay, flow first. Remember, you can damage the flow doing this. You gotta be really gentle. All right. Okay, so with the tool in, we have the tool holding the nut, and we're just gonna push down and twist it. All right, until it catches the thread, and then we're gonna torque it. Yeah, so basically you're gonna have to push down hard into this nut to get it started, and then you're gonna use the tool after. So basically, with someone helping you, you're gonna have to hold this part, the center part, with something like a screwdriver or clip popper, just to make sure that you are not moving this part. Remember how this part cannot rotate, and you got to be lined up with the gas tank with the mark. Okay, so have somebody helping you hold this part like this while you are tightening this. Again, holding it, and make sure you go to 74 foot-pound. 74 foot-pound in here. Okay. Right after you tighten it, make sure that is, again, double check your lines. Make sure that it's lined up. It can be in between. It doesn't have to be perfect center. It can be in between those two lanes, and you're good. And you're gonna connect your fuel line here. You can see that connection here. Click. Power connector. Fuel line and power connected. All right. Before you close it all the way, just go to the vehicle and make sure that everything is okay. What I mean by go to the vehicle is just come to the front, put the key on, allow 5 seconds, make sure that everything is reading good, and trying to start it. Yep. It might take a little bit longer to start this time because the fuel got to travel all the way to the front, but it seems to be working now. And yep, turn it off and continue putting everything back. Those who miss how to put this thing on or take it off, this is screwdriver, normal screwdriver, you can see it. You just gotta turn it 90 degrees to the lock-in and you'll be okay. Let me see if I can get this lighting here. You can see a little better here. Yep, see that? You push this down and then turn it 90 degrees. I had to, okay, let me do this one because I had to push down on the, push down 90 degrees. Yeah, you gotta push down on the plate hard. You see that? And then we turn. So do the rest like that and you'll be good. Don't forget this. Don't forget the seatbelts, all right? Don't forget to put the seatbelt through that little cutout. And then just install the seat. All right, and here you're gonna see it. This goes to a little tool or lock that I showed you before. Just make it, just line it up and push down to it, and you'll be ready to go. To lock our seat, we put our 10mm bolt right there, and we just make sure that everything is good and working for the client. Yep. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching. And remember, subscribe and like this video. Help me out to get this channel to a next level. Thank you. Have a good day.